the Vereniging Assembly at the time that we decided to send somebody to Van der Bijl. Terry Skutte was the person, Terry and Estelle, and they came through to Van der Bijl and started a few meetings before he actually started the church. That was about in 1977. I remember we had a meeting at the church, and we decided to give him half of his salary, and it was 200 Rand a month that we had to sponsor the Van der Bijl Assembly. So he started off with 200 and he had to make up the difference. Most of the ministers in those days worked a full-time job, so then he came over to Van der Bijl.
We joined after a while from Vereniging Assembly, and some of the things that sort of stand out. The one Sunday night we had a meeting, our Sunday night meeting, and when the music team, which was Dennis and myself, got up, and then the minister got up, there was like 2 people left in the congregation, and then the minister looked and he said, "I think we'll just laugh this off and go and have coffee." So that was one of the funny stories, and it was just, you can't believe that our church now, we have cells that have more people in it than our whole church was at that stage. And it's just been amazing to see how it's grown over the last 30 odd years.
And initially we started in the old Mutual building on the 2nd floor, which meant exercise every Sunday up and down the stairs to go to church. Later on, the municipality cut up the old vegetable gardens area and into stands, and Terry managed to acquire 2 of the stands there, one on which the old vegetable shop was located, and that's where we started our church initially. Over the years we've had 7, and Ralph is the 8th minister we've had in the church. There were a number of years that we had no minister because the church was so small and there was no income. Couldn't afford to keep the ministers going, so they all had to work, and often we had to struggle to manage to keep them going. We often want things to happen overnight, but God has His time and His place for everything, and today we have a great church. I believe we're making a difference in the community and making a difference and an impact in the area, and now we're even going to Vereniging, and I really believe that God's got great things for the church in store.
I remember standing in the vegetable garden and looking at the shop and thinking, Terry says this is a church, but to me it just looked like a vegetable garden. I could not imagine what a church would look like in that shop. When I look back today, we've come a long way. Our building today looks very different to what that building looked like in those days. I find it significant that we are now planting a campus in Vereniging, the town where One Way Van der Bijl was birthed 35 years ago. I do not know what Vereniging holds. I do not know what it's going to look like in 35 years from now. But I do know that God has a plan for Vereniging, and His plan is good. And I know that it's going to be a church to be reckoned with one day.